Junodrome. Hey friends, welcome back to another Pick a Card Tarot reading. My name is Juno, and this is Junodrome Intuitive Arts. Welcome back to our special yes or no tarot readings. The way this works, you think up of a yes or no question you need an answer to, and we'll take a look at the cards to get your answer for you. Take a look at these piles. Pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the description section of this video, you can find a link to your reading. Either pause this video now to choose or go to the end of the video. At the end of the video, there's an extended card selection. From there, you can take your time to decide which card you want. In your reading, there are 3 different methods for generating our yes or no. We have a pendulum, a coin, and a deck of cards. We will come up with either a triple yes, meaning absolutely, a triple no, meaning absolutely not, or a maybe, leaning you in one way or the other. Go ahead and click the link to your reading, and I will see you there. Bye. Hi there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to dive right into it. What is the answer to your yes or no question? We're going to do 3 methods for generating our yes or no to figure out whether it's a absolute yes or a maybe leaning in either direction or an absolute no. So you chose this card here. It says quiet the noise. So I do think there's an importance in coming to a sense of calm here within this reading in order to get you the best messages possible. So let's find out. First, we need to triangulate our pendulum. Am I sitting down? Yes. Am I wearing shoes? No. Am I doing a yes or no tarot video? Yes. What is the answer to pile number 1's question? Yes. Okay, so you have 1 yes. Let's do the coin. The coin landed on tails, so we have 1 no. 1 yes, 1 no. Now we'll do the deck of cards to get our maybe. Which direction? And we have a 7, which is a no. So you have 2 no's and a yes. That is a maybe leaning no. So I do think with that quiet the mind message, there's a small message here. Because this is a maybe, this makes sense to me. There's a small meaning within this reading to make sure that you are kind of coming up with the decisions on your own too. You know, I think that there's an importance in making sure that you take these kinds of readings with a grain of salt. I know that's not what you want to hear coming into one of these. You want a definitive answer. But the reason why I give these maybes and wiggle rooms is because at the end of the day, you're living your life and you can pull the reins of your life to move things in a different direction should you need to. And I think this may be one of those situations. Now, with it being a maybe leaning no, the trajectory is saying this is a noward direction. So ultimately, if you were to continue along the path in the way that you're leaning right now, it probably will end up as a no. However, that doesn't mean that you can't turn this around should you need to. Because it's that maybe, you have the wiggle room to change if you want it to change. But the general direction of this is a no-word direction. So let's take a look at these Angel Oracle cards. We have celebration and we have healing. So whatever situation that you're asking about right now, even though this is a maybe leaning no, it's interesting that we have celebration and healing together because there's something involved in this situation that is asking for you to do some deep spiritual healing, maybe some physical healing, some inner work where you are able to come back to yourself on a deeper and more holistic level. And with that celebration card there, it is talking about how important your mood really can be, right? The vibe determines tribe. That doesn't quite work in this situation. But ultimately, though, there's a sense where by allowing yourself to appreciate that celebration energy and really turn to your inner self of joy and experiencing joy and using joy as a guiding light in this moment, I think that that can help with your healing as well. Doing a deep personal commitment to the joys of life, even in the hardest times. And in fact, sometimes when we're at our deepest struggles, those are the most important times to embrace joy as much as humanly possible. Because if we can embrace the joy and wonders of the world in those challenging moments, we can create a life for ourselves, even when there's struggle, where we can allow in the possibilities. All right, so let's take a look at the tarot. We got 2 cards. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have The Tower. Yeah, okay. So the Tower is kind of an intense card. Queen of Swords, all of this together, because this is a maybe leaning no, the general trajectory, if you were to continue along your own path, is no. With that Tower card, that's kind of coming out of nowhere, where it seems like the outside world is coming out of nowhere and either bringing you down or pushing you back, or you're being pushed by the outside world in a way that maybe you don't necessarily want, that there's change happening around you in a manner that is outside of your control. But with that Queen of Swords, she is very much in control, which is interesting. So to have those two together is really telling me that even if the outside world continues to push against you in a way that is challenging and is not something that you want, that doesn't mean that you don't have control over certain things. And with the Queen of Swords, she is in the power to cut things away, right? And sometimes it's the power of removal that is needed in life in order to move forward. Instead of the power of creation, sometimes we need the power of removal in a situation where we are maybe too overwhelmed by all of the things that are going on around us, and so we need to limit exposure to certain things and cast a wide net of the things that we no longer want to be holding. We can cut them away, actually go from a wide net to a more targeted net in life, right? So I do think that you're being encouraged to take the steps to do that right now, and that the more that you can do that, the more I think you'll be feeling in a secure place. So depending on what it is that you were asking about, like I said at the opening, this is a maybe leaning no. If you continue along the path the way that you've been, it's a no. But you do have the power to mold and change your situation should you need to. All right, pile number one, I'm going to leave you there. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like a private reading from me, they are available on my website. You can find information at www.junodrome.com. As well, I have... feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I love hearing from everybody. If you want to leave a comment, and go ahead and like this video. Those are all the things I have to say. All right, I'll catch you in the next reading. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Hi there, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You chose the pile with this owl card, and it says, learn to lucid dream. So let's get straight into it. We'll get into that message later. First of all, we need to know what is the answer to your yes or no question. So there are 3 different methods for generating a yes or a no. We have the pendulum, coin, die. We're going to start with the pendulum. So let's go. First, we need to triangulate. Am I sitting down? Yes. Am I wearing shoes? No. Is this a yes or no video that we're filming? Yes. What is the answer to pile number 2's question? Yes. Okay, we have 1 yes. Let's keep going. We'll do the coin now. Coin is on tails. We have 1 no, so it's a maybe. Let's see what direction we're leaning in. We've got a 6, which is a yes. So we have 2 yeses and a no. This reading is a maybe leaning yes. What that means is that if you were not to change anything, if you stick in the same direction that you're in, the most likely outcome of your question is yes. However, with that maybe, there is uncertainty. And I think for you in particular, pile number 2, that uncertainty is important to keep in mind. With this card, talking about lucid dreaming, there's a sense of really maybe finding answers to your questions in your dreams, first of all, but also with lucid dreaming, that is kind of taking control of the dream, right? And so I do think you are being encouraged in this moment to take the power that you have into your own hands to move through this situation in a way where you have real power here. This isn't a situation where you are powerless. And I think that's where that maybe comes in, is that there's a certain requirement within you taking control of your own power, or taking control of a situation, or having some effect on the outcome. People ask many different questions here, but there's a little bit of an importance in using your own power to help pull the needle in one direction or the other, right? But like I said before, the trajectory in this moment is yes, but that doesn't mean that it will be, because it's a maybe. It just means that's our current trajectory. So let's take a look at the cards to get a better picture. You've got the emerging card. Let's start with that one. So with the emerging card too, I think that there is a sense here that This yes is contingent upon you really taking the time to be your full self in this moment. That by you emerging from a cocoon, in a sense, and putting yourself out there into the world, you have the power to affect your situation in a way where you can create anything, right? But it's going to come from that emerging card means like you really got to take the time to put yourself out there and allow yourself to be the truest version of you that you can. And of course, you know, something that's easier said than done. So it's not like you have to change everything overnight kind of a deal. This is just about being in your own truth and using your own inner light and your own inner truth as your guiding light moving forward. I think that that's where you get to the outcomes that you need when you do that. And maybe that's where the maybe comes in, is it does require you to take those leaps of faith, and that you maybe are being asked to take a leap of faith in this situation that you're asking about right now in order to gain the outcome that you're asking about, if you're looking for a certain outcome, right? These are very general readings, but there is a sense within this of needing to really trust your own intuition and your own heart in this situation and use that as your guiding light. Now, you have the World card as well as the Two of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So interesting, you know, with that Eight of Swords and that emerging card together, that is painting a picture of someone who is a little bit hesitant and afraid to put themselves out there more. And I think because of that is feeling a bit stuck. But you don't have to do it alone. With that Two of Cups is kind of like showing you that actually this situation that you're asking about and talking about might be one where in the back of your mind you think that it's all on you, or you think that you alone have to be in control of something, or it's all on you to do something. You know, there's a sense of like feeling trapped and lost in this isolation energy. And I think with that Two of Cups, this is kind of saying like the weight doesn't have to be all on you in this situation, and that there's somebody else who can really help you out through this. And by joining forces with somebody else, with that World card, I think you move on to the next level with this too. You move on to a new phase where you're no longer being held back in the same kind of way, but you're able to emerge as more of yourself because you're connecting with other people on a deeper level, and you're getting help from someone, maybe someone in particular is helping you through this situation in a way that you wouldn't have been able to understand otherwise. Now, also with that dreams message, you know, this isn't just about getting help from the physical world. This could be about getting help from the spiritual world as well. So really kind of calling out to spirit and calling out to your guides and your angels and asking for help may help you transform the situation a little bit as well. And just being open to that kind of energy, I think, would be really helpful. So like I was saying before, this is a maybe leaning yes. If you don't make any changes, you're going to probably get to a yes, but it's not a guarantee. And with this reading, I do think it's going to require you to be fully in yourself as you make the moves through the situation. So pile number 2, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like a private reading from me, they are available on my website. You can find information at www.junodrome.com. Feel free to leave a comment about what you think. What did you think about this reading? Did this resonate with you or not? And if not, why not? And that's okay too. What did you ask? If it's a question that you're willing to share in the comments, I'd love to hear what question you asked about. And if you want some extra advice there, I'd be happy to give you a quick little comment too. But if you want to go in depth about your situation as well, I do have private readings on my website. I'd be happy to give you one. Also, feel free to like this video if it resonates. Those likes help me out a lot. So thank you. All right, everybody. I will catch you later. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card with this rabbit, and it says, be still and listen. So there's a sense of needing to listen still for that message. And as well, I'm getting like pulling a rabbit out of a hat, some magic energy. We'll get there later. First step, we need to generate your yes or no. You got your yes or no question? Let's get into it. So first step, we're going to use the pendulum. We'll triangulate it first. Am I sitting down? Yes. Are we filming a yes or no tarot video? Yes. Am I wearing shoes? No. Am I inside? Yes. What is the answer to pile number 3's question? No. Okay, pile number 3, the pendulum says no, but we have 2 different methods left to figure out if it's a maybe or a no. So let's do the coin. Coin landed on tails. So we got 2 no's. Right now we're in a no. Let's see if it's a maybe or a triple no. And we got a 9, so that's a no. So there's 3 different no's here. That's no, no, no. Triple no. The answer to your question is no. There's a very absolute kind of feeling on here. This is not a maybe. This is a no. Now, ultimately, you make sure that you're taking these answers with a grain of salt. I hope you want it. Maybe you wanted to know, maybe you didn't want to know. Either way, this reading feels definitively in a no direction. So let's kind of figure out what's going on with the cards. Be still and listen, I think, is really important here. So I think maybe this no, particularly if you didn't want a no, is coming in to give you the hint of sort of being like, hey, there's something about this situation that you're really not seeing, and there's an importance in coming to the present moment to be able to really understand what's happening here, because I don't think you're listening to the situation as much as it's being called for. So let's look at what the cards have to say. We've got new beginnings. Okay, yeah, right. Well, what's that adage? Rejection can be protection, right? And sometimes when certain things are no's, right? Or we're being blocked from something, or we're not getting something, or we're not able to do something, that actually opens up some avenues in a different direction. So regardless of whatever you're asking about, there's a sense in this reading of a positive renewal happening and coming in from this situation or after this situation. So that's something to be positive about what's going on here, even if you didn't want that no. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, oh, powerful, great cards. And the Six of Pentacles, interesting. So, this is an interesting reading here, because as much as the answer is no, I don't feel like this is a sad no. This is almost a celebratory no in a certain way. So I do think a fair amount of people asking wanted a no for this. But even if you didn't want to know, the outcome of not achieving whatever this was, or not gaining whatever this was, or this not happening, or this not being a thing, or whatever, is ultimately an opening towards a brand new beginning, right? A clean slate, a freedom. There is a sense of freedom within this reading. With the Queen of Wands, she's this ultimately deeply free human being. And so you have the ability to tap into that energy and be completely free in this moment and not be tied down to any one particular thing, that this is opening up a freedom for you, right? Pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It's almost like this situation that you're asking about by being a no, and especially if it feels unexpected, first of all, an unexpected no, and it feels like it's an opening as well, like you're magically appearing, this opening into something new. This Queen of Wands is a master manifester, so you're manifesting something out of this outcome, even if it doesn't seem like something that you want on the surface. And with that Six of Pentacles, this is asking you to balance things out a little bit. It's a give and a take. Life is a give and a take, and some days we have to ask for help when we really need it, and other days we should be available to help others when they need it. And being in that flow state, that give and take state, I think is really helpful here, and that's what's being encouraged to do. So pile number 3, this was a no. This was a triple no. This was a definitive no. Take it with a grain of salt. If it doesn't feel like your situation, there could be a different pile that's more accurate. So, take it for you. But this reading, this here, it's saying no, because there's something new. There's something different, something new that needs to come in. All right, pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like a private reading, they are available on my website, www.junodrome.com. I am offering private readings, so I'd love to give you one. And what did you think about this reading? What did you want this? Did you want to know, or did you want something else, right? I'd love to hear from you. What did you ask about? You don't have to talk about it if it's too personal, but if you feel like you're willing to share it in the comments, I think other people would love to hear from you too. So what do you think? Also, if you would like to leave a comment here, which I just said that, if you want to like this video, those likes help the algorithm. So, I gotta ask. All right, catch you later. Bye. Hi there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. We're going to find out what is the answer to your yes or no question. You pulled this card with the moon, and it says build a pillow fort. So something about comfy moon energy. So let's figure out. We're going to do 3 different methods. We've either got a triple yes, triple no, or a maybe. Let's find it out. First, we got the pendulum. We need to triangulate it, and then we'll get your answer. Am I sitting down? Yes. Am I wearing shoes? No. Am I inside? Yes. What is the answer to pile number 4's question? Yes. Okay, the pendulum says yes. Let's ask the coin. We got a heads. Coin says yes. So right now we have 2 yeses. Let's get our last answer. We got a 6. That's a yes. So you have a triple yes. Pile number 4, the answer to your question is yes. A definitive yes. No maybes involved. This is yes. Now, you're being encouraged to find comfort. Whatever's happening here with that build a pillow for it. Let's look at the cards to get a better picture. So not every time does everybody want a yes or a no. It depends. These are open readings. You could be asking literally anything here, but this is a definitive yes, whether you want it or not. Take it with a grain of salt if that doesn't feel accurate to you. This could be the wrong pile, but let's figure out with the cards a better understanding here. We've got the retreat card. So yes, retreat, pillows, comfort, moving away, particularly if you're asking about should I leave, like this is maybe, but also if you're asking about whatever you're asking about, there's a real importance in needing to take some time to yourself, to get some rest, to get some sleep, to get some comfort, be comfy to yourself, right? Do some like really comfy pajama party energy. That's going to be important for you in this moment. So make sure you're getting that going on here. We got the 4 of Cups, and we have the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands in most decks. Interesting. Okay, so, I think a big part of what's going on here, regardless of whatever you asked about, it is a definitive yes, but there is a necessity here of perspective shifting, right? With that 4 of Cups, that talks about what is it that you're focusing on? Are you focusing on the things in your life that aren't working, or the things you don't like, or all of the terrible things, or all of the stuff that's overwhelming, or you name it? Or are you focusing on the little tiny things that are working? Even if it feels overwhelming, like nothing is working out for you and everything is terrible and you wish you were somebody else and you wish you were somewhere else or whatever, that 4 of Cups is saying that actually there's a gift from the universe coming to you. You're just not really seeing it. So where are the blessings in your life? Because there very well may be there without you noticing. Where are those little tiny blessings? And the Daughter of Wands, Wands is all about passion, and it's about fire, and it's about connecting to your dreams energy, and especially pillows, dreams, but not like sleeping dreams is a pillow, but like your inspired dreams. And so with that Daughter of Wands, the Page is a student. They're learning how to do it. And so I do think there's a necessity to open yourself up to that beginner's mindset, which I think maybe is in that retreat energy, a little bit of comfy, cozy energy, of being open to learning how to do things differently and learning how to be in a different position, in a different place with this, and opening yourself up to new methods, trying something different, and opening up to life being a learning process in general. So whatever it is that you're asking about, being really open-hearted and open-minded to life being a learning lesson and a journey. And that we're not always going to like where we are on the journey, but we can look at the small little things that are working, and we can see our trajectory, and we can know we're going places, and we can keep putting in the work, and all of those little things can help you get to a place of feeling good about yourself and about where you are and about life in general, right? So this was a triple yes. That means definitive yes. Take it with a grain of salt, but ultimately the answer is yes, absolutely yes. All right, pile number 4, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want more help with your situation, I do offer private readings. They're available on my website, www.junodrome.com. I'd love to help you out. What did you ask about? If you don't mind me asking, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what is it that you were wondering the answer to, if you can talk about it. And, I would love to talk to you about your situation, And, feel free to give this video a like if you liked it. Those likes actually do help the algorithm get these out to even more people. So that's why I'm asking you. And, you could do whatever you want with that. But if you can, I would appreciate it. That's it from me, guys. I will catch you in the next reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye. Hi there, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out, what is the answer to your yes or no question? I hope you got one. Let's get into it. Before we start, though, you chose the card with this awesome crow, and it says, breathe in night air. Breathing, deep breathing, might be hard, but it's important for us to do sometimes, right? So let's take a look at these methods here. And first, we're going to start with the pendulum. I have to triangulate it. Let's figure out yes, no, maybe. Am I sitting down? Yes. Am I wearing shoes? No. Am I breathing? Yes. What is the answer to pile number 5's question? Yes. All right, the pendulum says yes. It felt pretty definitive. Let's keep going. Let's flip the coin. Coin was on head, so that's 2 yeses. Let's take a look at the last pile. We've got an 8, so that's another yes. So this is a triple yes. The answer to your question is yes. All right, so let's figure out why. This is not a maybe. Sometimes I do maybes. We go maybe leaning one way, maybe leaning another. But this seems very definitive. This is a yes answer. Breathing is important in this. Let's take a look at the cards to get a better picture of what's happening here. But ultimately, the answer to your question is yes. We have playfulness, 8 of Pentacles, and the Mother of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands in most decks. Excellent. Queen of Wands is the master manifester. She makes everything happen. She has a dream. She goes out into the world. She applies herself, and it happens. She brings the ideas into reality. Powerful magic as well. And, I think with that breathing, you are being encouraged to do that a little bit, This is interesting. With the 8 of Pentacles and the playfulness together, this is talking about how you bring this into the world. I think a lot of people are asking about manifesting things. Am I going to bring this into the world? Is my project going to take off? Am I going to be a writer? Am I going to do this thing? Will I make that thing happen? Those types of questions. The answer is yes. And it requires you to have a balance of life, right? And that manifestation takes balance. So you need to make sure, and you do you, these are suggestions. I'm not telling you what to do. But there's a need here to embrace playfulness and silliness and lightheartedness and not taking things too seriously, but at the same time, embrace the work. The 8 of Pentacles is putting in labor into a situation and making it happen one day at a time, putting in the work, doing the thing, getting out there, applying themselves, and creating what needs to happen from that application of self-labor. You're being encouraged to do that. Make sure you're taking all of the time that you need to do the things, but also getting lots and lots of time to do nothing as well, especially with that breathing. And the breathing card, the deep breathing is asking you to do that, to take time for yourself, meditate. Take time to breathe, take time to do nothing. And then playfulness as well talks about take time for play as well. And that's incredibly important here too, is to take the time to have lighthearted fun, to celebrate with friends, to get out into the world, to do all of those things. And I think it requires you to be able to do all of that in order to manifest what you want. That there is a need, yes, to apply yourself and to make things happen, but at the same time, to get out there and have a good time too. And that it's like the good times help bring in the thing when it comes to manifestation. You need both. You need both because you need lots of time to be open to inspiration to come and hit. And then you need lots of time to apply that inspiration to hard, dedicated work. And it takes a little bit of both. There's one and the other. And that is what you're being asked to do, my friend. So anyway, pile number 5. All right, pile number 5. Thank you so much for tuning in. What did you ask the oracle cards about? I would like to know. Let me know in the comments if it's something that you can share. Obviously, I understand not everybody wants to share everything, but I'm curious. What did you ask in this reading, and did you find this answer accurate? And if it's not accurate, that's okay too. These are entertainment value. This is for fun. We're having fun here. So tell me, what do you think about it? Does it feel good? Does it feel like it makes sense? I'd love to hear from you. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to get into your situation on a deeper level, though, and something that you don't want to talk about in the comments, that's fine too. I do offer private readings, so you can find information on my website, www.junodrome.com. I would love to give you one. So just go ahead and let me know. It'd be great to hear from you, and we can help you with your situation here. Give this video a like if you liked it. That really does help the algorithm. And that's it from me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. We've had a lot of new subscribers recently, so thank you all so much for joining. I'm excited to have you with me on this journey. Let's keep the channel growing. Let's see where this goes. Share this video with somebody if you think they'd like it. All of those things. All right, everybody. Catch you later. Bye.